Pascal lower quality than it used to be. No, you're just looking at it in a higher quality version. That's all, good sir.
It was always blurry. Yeah. By the way, I was counted down, so we are recording.
Yeah, no, hey guys, how you doing? Ahem. So, good to have you all back. Hey, it's pretty heavy what happened last time, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I'd love to tell you that things are gonna get less heavy.
They're not.
Not exactly, no. Don't think it should be that bad, but today is a special day. This is where you all have a very tough time, tough decisions to make. So, in the Plaza District, as they are beginning repairs, people are putting their lives back together. Empty lots are still being cleared of stone. Even all this time later, there are many people with magic in this city, so most of these are perfectly fine. Many people were helping themselves, mold earth and the like, as well as just moving rubble where they could, doing what they could beforehand. But places where people had died or family had decided to move, those places are now being worked on. The city is healing. But we are in one such place that has not been able to heal, as it's been haunted. An alchemist shop with a special kind of half elemental, some might call them a ganassi. This shop once ran by a half-star ganassi, but now abandoned. The ghost purged, soul freed. And 4 people stood inside a room, dark wood floors, strange oriental decorations around the room, and 4 lanterns of the same style burning a purple flame. These are stone lanterns, they wooden in this room, almost as if they're made to sort of look out of place. Well, gentlemen, what do the 4 of you do?
Oh. I think the first thing that we need to be doing, boys, is we need to go down and get those potions we were told about.
Inspect the wares, yes.
Mm-hmm. We were shown
There's
where
an
the hatch
inventory.
was last time, behind the counter.
All right. It's easy enough. Going behind the long bar top, you go and see that there is indeed a latch, trap door, and going to try to open it. It seems like it is still locked.
Leon?
It's locked, you say? Yeah, I'll do the thing. What kind of lock is it?
It seems like it is. Strangely enough, it's embedded in the wood. Well, not even strangely, it's embedded in the wood of the trapdoor. It's a circular lock. Seems like it's not particularly difficult, but it uses a circular disc detainer kind of key. To give you an idea of what that might look like, it's similar to the type of lock that might be on like a bicycle lock, or on a or potentially the kind of lock that might be on like a lockbox, or some cars have them where you need like a circular kind of key.
I see.
It's not a particularly hard lock. It's just the tools you have for it aren't made for this kind of lock. So you can do it, but just the oddity of the lock will make it a little bit harder than normal.
Would my Eldritch Sight that I can cast at will tell me that this is magical in any way?
It is not magical. No magic used
okay.
in this.
Yeah, okay. You'll probably do the thing.
Doing the thing.
Listen, I'm very tired. I don't want to do the thing. You'll probably do the thing.
Just gonna break it?
I mean,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Do you want just athletics or a weapon attack from this?
Either or. You can break it through trying to like stomp it through and open it that way, or like trying to grab onto the latch and try to like wrench this thing off. Or you could just break it by hitting it. It's up to you.
You know what? I do have a fancy new Kanabo that's real good at breaking things, so why not?
Yeah, it actually does have a feature called Smash.
It does. So I will. You guys see Yoprai's Kanabo appear, and I'm gonna post the image for those for recording, as well as my teammates who may not have seen the new version yet.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it looks like when it gets it's summoned.
Damn.
So fucking cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yoprai hefts it with two hands, and he will take a big old swing.
Roll athletics with +5 because of Smash.
As he's doing this, I would like to use Druidcraft to try and
26.
create a very thin area of air to dampen the sound a little bit, if I can try that.
Roll Arcana.
Can I do it with my casting modifier?
Of course.
That's a 5.
You attempt, but it's like he is just really good with this, and you're not expecting the level of crunch that goes into it. As Yoparai, you basically just crush in, and the entirety of the wood, like just almost as if you're popping a balloon, like it burst, shattering down into the laboratory. Faint light can just almost as if like golden light from a treasure chest, like this orange fiery light kind of almost glimmering out.
Felix. Actually, is Felix here with us?
Yeah, he was here with you before.
Okay, I thought so.
He probably would have stayed towards the front, but hearing you guys make an absolute ass ton of noise, he's probably going to corner.
Big crunch.
Okay, so not like the kind of thing that would echo through the streets, but it's like if someone's right outside the house, they would hear it.
I mean, put it this way: if somebody was down the block, they would have heard. If one of you guys with like a passive perception of like high was down the block, you would hear it. If it was like somebody like a normal person down the block, they're gonna probably hear like they're not going to be able to distinguish what that is.
Okay. I thought about it. Didn't think it would be that big a problem. That was my mistake.
It's
It
not
is
that
what
big
it
a
is.
deal. It's not that big a deal. It's just, if you're trying to be perfectly silent, then yeah, but no, it was certainly a crunch that's like, hey, it's like breaking open a door. Weird.
There's easier ways through a door.
Whatever works.
Speaking of which, and since he hasn't yet, because I've forgotten to, he'll hold up the knife, the +1 dagger. Which one of you left this behind?
That was me.
I'll walk over and hand it back.
Oh, thank you. I did find it there, so it's kind of fun you gave it back.
Let's head down.
Better to hold on to a tool like that than I'll leave it planted in someone's chest.
I mean, yeah.
I'm heading down.
Yeah. Same.
You head down. Well, yeah. You all climbing the ladder, heading down, and some of you could just hop down, but whether you climb or you hop down, it does go about 6 feet, perhaps a little bit more, and you get to a somewhat claustrophobic room that has a beautiful star pattern painted on the roof. Those of you with proficiency in nature immediately clock these as the survival. Those of you with survival or nature immediately clock these as being the constellations of, our night sky. Like of the night sky on this, like on this continent.
Okay.
Almost like
They're maps, you
almost
said?
like what would no,
Okay.
no.
I must have not heard.
So okay. So I'll say it again.
Thank you.
Whether you climb or hop down, as you get down there, you find a room that's feels almost claustrophobic, and and on the ceiling is a beautiful mural or painting of the night sky. Almost a perfect mirror of the constellations in like our night sky. It's any of you with nature or survival will be able to immediately clock that. Anybody else, you'll need to roll, or it's just otherwise it's a night sky. It gives the room a closer, like more intimate feel than its size would make you think, as the room is about 15 feet in like width, but only about like 10 feet in length. It's very long. It's very like wide. Like it's very wide, but it does give you this. How would I say? This good idea of what this person focused on. They have once you hit down from the stairs, on your left and right side, just all of their storage. Every potion, every drug that they have made in this laboratory that did not leave to be sold everything that was waiting, everything that they basically crafted are in these like well decorated, well kept, beautifully manicured wooden furniture with very nice glass. It's not the usual thin kind of single pane glass that you're used to in most houses and things of that nature. This is thicker glass that could actually take a little bit of a ding without breaking. It might not be blast proof or resistant or things like that, but it is still good. And it is built into this furniture with this glorious like patterning that all of these were made as a single piece, like not as a single piece, like as
They're
a
a set.
single order. Yes, they're set. They're made to go the way they currently are, so that the pattern continues from one side, just perfectly on from one to the other. So on the left side, you have about 10 feet. Well, let's say 15 feet. You on the left side, you have about 15 feet. On the right side, about 15 feet, and then you have where you land. The front goes maybe 10 feet forward. So I guess in total, apologies, my dimensions in the room were off. It's way bigger. So that'd be a 35-foot like wide. This is a like quite a wide room.
Mm-hmm.
Not as long as the shop is by any means. So it's almost like a huge hallway. It just goes from one end to the other.
Okay.
It is amazing. The Along all of the walls to one side of his like proper lab table, which itself is a massive 15-foot table that goes in a U shape with that curves on both sides right as you get off the ladder. From one from one side of this U and the other, you see notes posted on boards, posted recipes that seem to be incomplete. This was a laboratory where he was experimenting. This was a man who did not make things here for just to make a profit. Everything behind him is likely there for profit. Everything on the front end, that right there, this was somebody who loved their craft. Honestly, it's a shame that Tiki isn't here to see it.
Mm.
What he could do with this small lab would probably be amazing. But the man who used it was a terrible person.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, you all don't have to worry about that. As you're in this room, you have free reign to do whatever you want, take whatever you want, as there no one here will stop you. Guys, welcome to your reward.
Hell
Hey.
yeah. We spread out and search for stuff.
Yeah.
I'm taking the research notes, by the way.
Oh shit, that's a lot of research notes. That might actually take you a little bit of time on its own. Luckily, you're not short on time.
How
We're
long?
waiting for a person.
How long?
Yeah. Like 10 minutes? 5 minutes?
It'd probably take you, say, about. Are you just grabbing all of the notes, or are you trying to see what goes with what or what's important? Are you trying to organize them in any way, or just grab what looks like research notes and recipe in like half-done recipes?
Like recipes and research notes and stuff. Yeah. Just
All right, so grabbing all of his notes.
if you guys are good to search for the potions, I will probably focus on this because this could be very helpful later on. Or could be something I give to
Okay.
Tiki when we meet him again.
Yeah.
So I'll be grabbing these and keeping them together, like keeping them. Like,
Okay.
with
So trying to keep them properly, in a way that doesn't have to be sifted through later and
Yeah.
or and like organized to see what goes with what. Okay. In that case, that will take you a full 30 minutes to get all of these notes. But you will have all of the notes in the proper way that he had them.
In that case, never mind.
Yeah, you have because you
30
have
minutes
like
is not worth.
everything.
Is not worth that. I can take a few hours later on to reorganize them.
Okay, so you're just gonna. So you are still gonna grab them, but you're not going to.
I am still going to grab them, but I'm not going to keep them in any particular order. I'm going to grab them one section at a time and put them vaguely in my bag, like in a stack,
Okay.
rather.
Okay. I will say you will. This will take whoever. This will take an individual with the prerequisite proficiencies for whatever he had here in order to do this. In order to organize it. Otherwise, you'll have no idea to know what goes with what.
Got it.
So you'll need individuals or and okay, making sure. Just want to. In that case, that takes you nothing but 10 minutes to properly get them. Like you're fine. Takes you 10 minutes to go do all of that.
Pharmacy alchemy notes/recipes.
As for the other two, you guys are just looting. What are you particularly looting?
I am trying to see if there's.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking to see if there's anything amounting to healing supplies that could be scrounged up from down here.
Oh yeah. Give me an intelligence check for you.
Christ.
Actually, roll intelligence. Sebi hates me.
Every time. 15.
15? That's pretty good. Yes. You not only do you immediately clock some things that are healing supplies, you can also see some things that look a little bit on the rarer side of that. So, yeah. Well, just give me a moment. I'm looking for a name. Because it's been a few years. By the way, here we go. Just to remind you, Chiro, for your notes, that's the guy's name. And I'm actually gonna put that in War Room. That is the guy's name. That is the alchemist. You guys found that out, but it was years ago.
I did have his name written down. I remember.
Yeah. Well, with those healing supplies, let's see. You find some things that are a little on the rare side, such as on top of the healing potions, he does not have any normal healing potions. That is absolutely beneath what he carries here. He has a... Oh, Jesus. Lucifer Star. He has 2 supreme healing potions.
Oh.
Might wanna type this down.
I'm writing my notes. I'm writing my notes.
Two supreme healing potions. 6 superior healing potions. And 20 greater healing potions.
20?
Ah, damn!
20.
20 greater healing potions, you just said.
Yeah.
You did just raid an alchemist place.
I understand that, all right?
That this is still like absurd.
Okay, I'll just keep those in my bag of holding for now, guys. I'll just
We can distribute
that's where
them
they are.
later.
Yeah, not really. Yoprai is just in auto loop mode due to his mindset. It's just like That's useful. I know what that does.
Looks at Supreme. Puts it in
Yeah.
bag.
I just imagine that you look over at Yoprai, he just has his bag open, and he's like just full arm scooping the potions into the bag. Like
And
The cleaning supplies all over again.
Yep.
Just a moment. Not done. So you're looking for healing things. Are there healing things here? Where are you? V.
I'm just gonna, so that the recording can see what I'm typing, I'm just gonna.
Da, ba, da, ba. Where'd it go? Hold on. Apologies. One moment. I know this is here. There is here there is a healing item here for vampires.
Oh.
That's I'm looking for. TBD bow. By the way, guys, I don't know if I mentioned, but labeled. Labeled.
Hell yeah. Auto loot, remember.
Yeah, canonically, it was just amongst the healing potions.
Yep. This right here. Well, with your intelligence, it's you find one of the things that you grab off the shelf to put in the bag. It has a bottle with a decorated kind of metal bat, grabbing the sides of the bottle, and the bat is at the neck of the bottle. Things are. I will leave it up to you. Just want to say that's all I have to say. Whether you take it or not, I'm leaving up to you. Moving on.
I'm just gonna label as bat bottle, and yeah, it's going in the bag.
Okay. And Leon, what are you looting? What are you looking for? What are you grabbing?
Good question. Yeah, so my Eldritch Sight still is, activated. Would I see anything very openly, very powerfully magic?
Yes, you are not blinded, but this room makes you have to squint your eyes. You almost need sunglasses being in this room, as it's like bright. There's lots of magic in this room.
That's fair. That's fair.
Many of the potions are magical. Many of them. The constellation, the mural, has a faint amount of magic on it. Some of what Yukine is grabbing seems like they're written with magic ink, similar to like how a wizard's spell book is not a magic item, but one could argue it is magical.
I see.
So some of those things are there. There is a book on his in the laboratory that is magical. And yeah, specifically on the U-shaped like actual like lab station that he had. Um, there's also a small chisel with runes carved into it there. That is magical. And what else? There's also stuff on Yoparai's side of the room, like in like that is just giving off a glow. There's lots of magical potions and the like in this room.
I see.
Um, do you want to go for the magic things first and just avoid the other stuff first?
Okay, so Leon is pretty fucking tired. He thinks he should do that. Then he double guesses himself and goes to find something that can cure fatigue.
All right, going through the labels. Roll me a. Gonna say perception or investigation to either like just glance at a label at one of the labels and say okay for perception, or investigation to use your know-how effectively to deduce this would probably do the trick. You do have proficiency in alchemy supplies, so funny enough, give yourself a +2 to this. Actually, rather than
Okay.
+2, I'd say give yourself a d6. I think that's how I'm going to do that from now on.
Okay, then I will do the perception and add d6 to this, and it's going to be a disadvantage because I'm still fatigued.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, well, that's awful.
wait, why is it a disadvantage?
Because he's
Because I'm
fatigued.
fatigued. It's a mental check.
Shit. Yeah, you have all three.
Yep. Yep.
Yep,
So what did you get?
that sure is an 11.
11?
Hey, fate point.
Okay.
Yeah, fate points. I need those.
Nice. So with an 11, it takes you a little bit to look for it, but you do find it. You find one moment. Looking for its name.
I
don't
find
want to look.
coffee.
No, you found something way better.
Cocaine.
Like, hey, we might have that here too. Don't rule it out. It is an alchemist shop. Hey, listen, I'm just saying. I'm not gonna say I put drugs on this list,
You find
Yeah.
but I'm
something
just saying.
way better. Cat poop coffee.
What?
What? Oh.
Yeah, coffee.
Yeah.
Um. So you find in that he has two things here, and because you're so tired, you're like, which one of these is the right one? Like, it's probably this one. You grab it. What do? You drink it?
Yeah, downing it immediately.
I thought
Drink it
these were
immediately?
labeled. What the fuck?
They are, yeah, they are labeled, but he finds it and he's tired. All right.
I don't have time to read.
All right. So in your tired state, you uncork it. So you look at it. You're like, yeah, it sounds like that'll do the job. You drink it. Feel no better.
Nah.
But now you feel lighter. It's like, okay, what the hell did that do? And you see like a little ball kind of floating around your head. Like, oh shit, what I drink?
What is this?
As you drink, something that sounded right, in your tired state. It sounded like a potion of vitality, but instead, it was a ground ion stone of vitality. Uh, as you see a magical crystal start forming out of the magic, just the innate magic in the air, and start floating around you. And you now have one extra death save. Uh, you have advantage on death saves, and if anyone hits that crystal, and deals the right amount of damage. Hold on, just reading it. Ahem. The stone has a 24 AC, 10 hit points, and resistance to all damage. It's an object that floats around you, and as long as you have that object, you have this bonus, or until the potion wears off.
Huh.
So, you have +1 to your death saves. Oh, sorry, not a +1. You have advantage on death saves, and one extra death save.
So I can fail 4 times before I die.
6.
6 times.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, we have
We all
5
have
death
5
saves in
now.
this game.
Sorry, my brain is slow.
Yeah, they come back on short rest, But yeah.
That's not at all what I was looking for. That's funny.
As
Does
anybody
he
who
read
looks
the
over
other
to the
one?
side.
Or does he just drink it?
Oh yeah, no, there's another potion there. Yeah, no, anybody who looks over, who's there and looks over at Leon sees that there's a little blue crystal floating around his head, just orbiting him.
Man, what's that?
I don't know.
Did it just appear?
You
It gets more on edge, like defensive. Like, do we have to fight something?
You see a bottle in his hand.
Empty.
Leon,
you just drink a
Oh.
random potion.
Listen, I thought it said potion of vitality. It's gonna help me somehow, and it was on ground iron stone of vitality or something.
By the way, Felix, a ground iron stone of vitality is rarer than a potion of vitality. About the same level of rarity, just, it's people don't make that because you have to grind an ion stone.
All right. I'm gonna, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna go over and help them.
I know about how long this stuff lasts, or
Do you have proficiency in alchemy?
not in alchemy tools. No,
No.
I do.
are you going more off
Roll
Arcana?
Roll or intelligence. And as far as you, tired boy, go ahead.
Oh boy, intelligence.
Yeah, alchemy intelligence. So you're fine. You get to add, your proficiency to this.
He would have been better off if he hadn't. It's the wild thing about Leon. He's better at the things he isn't proficient in.
That is true.
Skill check wise.
But hey, this is also a mental check, so disadvantage. I have no idea.
No. Felix, you don't have enough, you don't have any personal experience, and it was just something that is in the vault back home. They have a couple of these in the vault for different ion stones. You don't really know how long. You've walked past it and been like, oh, And
Do I know
honestly,
if there is a limit on them, or do they just stick around like normal ion stones?
you got a 9? Nah, you don't know. You're like, phew, normal
I
ion
mean,
stones. You have to you have
there's
to
one
attune to.
currently floating on Yopra.
Say again.
With the ion stones, they don't always need to be floating. They just need to be worn. What's it called?
Okay.
They need to be worn prominently. They cannot be hidden. They are usually decently sized stones. And yeah, no, usually iron stones have they don't have any limit, but you have to magically attach yourself to them. Uh, a ground iron stone, maybe it has a limit. Mm. Since it doesn't, it's not. Since it's not, since it's in potion form. Honestly, you can't. You're not sure.
Okay.
You're,
Just a shrug. He should be fine.
if we're not able to find anything, I have something I can do to help you. In fact, I have a few things. Also, a potion of vitality isn't what you're looking for.
Ah,
That'll only heal poisons, some magically inflicted sicknesses, and a few other things, but fatigue is not one of them.
I see, I see.
I know
Well, it
because I
sounded
have
right
one
when
in
I
my
was reading
inventory
it.
that we identified a long time ago.
I forgot.
No, it's all good. It's something that was in my inventory. It wasn't said what you were looking for out loud, so I didn't have the opportunity to speak up in game.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, is there a place with ingredients and stuff anywhere in here, Seb?
Uh, Strangely enough, that's the one thing that seems oddly barren. Which seems odd.
Man can't make potions without ingredients.
Hmm.
The logic is logicking.
I'm just waiting to be told I'm good to do stuff.
Uh, 10 minutes. Everybody except for Felix would have spent their 10 minutes, unless Felix spent it kind of looking around, trying to see what's going on.
He'll kind of look around and see if there's something hidden in this case more.
In that case, so you're looking specifically for like hidden compartments, passageway, that kind of
Much like,
area.
yeah.
Perception or investigation. In this case, it's basically your choice of whether you're trying to look to see if there's something that you can notice, or if you're trying to deduct where something like that might be.
Investigation's probably the better one. We no longer have the buff from the food.
Deduce, that's the right word.
Only a 12.
Well, I hope this trend
No,
changes.
no. I want to roll that again. 20.
20. Okay. Looking in this place, you are confident that there are no obvious places that this would be hiding. Even looking at the drawers as that are on his that are on his lab. You do see, however, there's a book there. And what looks to be a strange, like, chisel with runic inscriptions. The chisel is something that you have seen in inscriptions before, like different. You've seen it described, and it's been kind of like shown vaguely what something like this would look like. This has a similar kind of look, but it seems almost a little more rudimentary. Best you can guess is that this chisel is an all-purpose tool. Uh, it's a magical device that can be used by artificers to create any tool that they could want and used for their casting. The book looks very much like a wizard's tome, like the kind that a wizard would use.
Okay.
From what you can tell, opening the book, this or the constellation above you is where he'd have to keep them. He'd have to store them magically because there's no way he would climb up and down a ladder with ingredients on a regular basis. He has to have them magically stored in this room. So they're being stored extra dimensionally in one of these two places.
In one of what two places?
The constellation above you that you can tell is magical with your passive arcana. Um, it's high enough. Or in this book. One of these two places has to be where it is.
Well, let's take a look through the book.
All right. It's odd. It's almost as if looking through this book, as if you're looking through it's as if a wizard was an alchemist, you know? It's like rather than like spells, you have complex, like almost like magic, like magical information, like almost how you would have magic circles and how you would have detailed notes on like how to perform certain spells in long form, in how to shorten them to do what you need to do. But instead, everything in here points to materials. And you see a plethora of like plants, rocks, like certain animal parts, uh, specific types of blood. It's all in here. And the biggest thing about it is looking through this, it's interesting feels like a weak word to use. Enrapturing feels more apt. Anyone who is interested in the arcane would probably look at this book and think, how? This is very obviously, the deeper you read into it, a wizard's spell book. But everything here is attached to alchemy, which makes you read it almost, or at least try to read it almost like a recipe book, but there are no recipes. It feels contradictory and would require time to basically decipher to try to get how he's doing this. This, however, is the book that he would have had to have used, or perhaps that constellation, but it just, upon looking through this, it just makes more sense that this book is how he did it. Some secret here in this book.
Well, this is right up Felix's alley, and he's got time to kill as we wait for somebody.
Okay.
So
You're going to begin deciphering this?
Yeah.
All right. Give me an Arcana check, and you're going to be spending some amount of hours. We'll see. We'll basically
he
just
like won't finish today, just or during
yeah,
this
you
time.
won't be finished today, but we'll see how long you get out of it. Like, put it this way: you tell me how much time you're putting towards it, and we'll see. Make me the Arcana check either way, though.
Since he's found something that he can be interested in, because potions and whatnot are all nice, but they're supplies that they've raided. This is something that there's some cleverness to it that he's not sure how it's happened, and is good information to pass on if he can figure it out. A way to store and preserve things in a book, possibly.
Possibly.
That's hella good knowledge right there.
Mm-hmm.
So he will spend. It's going to be abstract to say, but until Lux gets here, this is basically going to be Felix unless he's called away from it.
Okay. So in that case, every time that somebody is doing something in this room, like every time we do a full rotation, that's going to be 10 minutes. So
Okay. Just add that up.
basically, add that up. Yeah. So with that, we've done a full rotation. Yukine, you have now completed grabbing all the notes. Yopra, you've gathered all the healing supplies that you immediately found. And Leon, you found a potion, drank it. You're looking at another potion that says, is a label, potion of vitality.
Down the hatch.
Down the hatch. All right.
We just told
Wait,
you
hold
weren't
on. You shouldn't
looking
mix
for a
potions with
potion
your
of
stomach.
vitality.
Wait, you shouldn't mix potions with
Oh.
your stomach. Wait a minute.
When you drink this potion and all of your fatigue is gone.
Oh.
You succeed. You are no longer afflicted by any disease. Yeah. Unless, it otherwise states. Poisons also no longer afflict you, unless they otherwise state. And for the next 24 hours, and you regain all of your hit die if you were missing any.
Jesus.
Wow. I feel great. And now I realize what I drank. That was a waste. Fuck.
I looked at this and I was like, this will be interesting.
Just
Now that brain is not
it's
tired.
past.
Now that brain is not tired. Brain is sad.
That's a shame.
Oh, now I can think clearly. Damn it, I should have saved that.
Yeah, exactly.
Little did he know it was also a potion of hindsight.
Post coffee clarity or something.
But yeah. All right. So that's all of you. We're gonna do another rotation. You guys, I imagine you guys are just gonna keep doing rotations till Lux shows up, or you
Yeah.
get everything.
So,
Uh, what are you doing, Yukine?
I'm gonna be looking for potions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A little bit more
for-
specific.
Okay.
Rather than me give you a list of, hey, here's everything in this shop. That do you want to know how long it would take you to get everything in this shop, and then give you a time? I'm giving you basically, hey, what are you looking for? Around what area of items? You know how it said healing items or something to get rid of fatigue. I'm asking, what area are you looking for? What, you know?
Eh, Um.
Do you want me to come back to you?
Yeah, go ahead. I wasn't expecting looting to be this long of a thing.
There's so much shit here. It will take you hours to take it all.
Hours to take it all if we're just taking it, or hours to take it all if we're looking specifically?
If you're just taking it, it will take you at least 2 hours to take everything here.
Okay. So I better just get started. I'm not
Are
looking
you
for
planning on?
anything in particular. I am taking things.
Okay, okay. So you're basically saying I'm not looking. I just want the stuff.
Yeah, we can
Okay,
go
you're
over
gonna
it later.
spend.
We don't have hours.
So are you taking? So basically, are you gonna take hours to take everything here?
I'm gonna take as much as I can in the time that we have, rather than looking for specific things.
Okay.
That's
So
gonna
how
slow
much
us down.
time do you want to spend? How much time do you want to spend?
Fuck it, an hour, I guess. It,
Right. So
is it
that's
is it gonna make a
with.
difference?
If Leona says, can it take less than an hour?
So I am counting each of you. Each time
Oh,
you're
okay.
taking stuff, I'm taking basically 10 minutes as as like one trip through things.
Okay.
So
Okay.
1 hour will be 6 trips through things.
So the
This
time we take to take stuff won't change if we're looking for specific things or if we're just taking stuff. Is that what I'm hearing?
uh basically it will take one trip takes you 10 minutes. That's what I'm saying. One trip around takes you
Okay.
10 minutes. If you're if you're asking me like whether you're looking specifically or not, similar to Yoparai, where he's looking for healing items and he got all of the healing items that were there, I am given an intelligence check to see if he knew what was what.
Okay. I will go looking for like magic restoring items then.
Roll the intelligence check.
Okay. That is 20.
Wait, you 20?
Yes. 19 plus 1.
Hey, you also do have Egos in mind. That does help you. Okay, you find uh, some interesting things. Uh, there are. Let's see. Let's look through the mana potions. Rolling. That would be. Let's start from the top. He has. Yep, he has a 1 supreme mana potion, 3 superior, 3 greater,
1 supreme, 3 superior, 3 greater. Okay.
and 8 lesser.
Okay.
My goodness. By the way, just to give everyone an idea. By the way, I'm also not done. As you, with that high of a
I
roll,
figured.
you also found some of the other magic restoring items that he had here. Sorry, just to put that, there. Just, people
I'm gonna
remember.
just put that in my notes.
Doobie-doop-up-a-da-pow. Just gotta scroll a little bit. You also find a lovely bit of nebu juice or nebula juice. A concentrated juice made from nebula fruit.
Mm-hmm.
It is very dangerous, but very tasty, as it takes all of the usual benefits of the nebu fruit and makes them stronger, but also a little bit more swingy on the danger. He has 2 bottles of this. One moment.
Justified. Oh, you have a thing for it. I gotta.
Adabada. Dabadaba.
Very dangerous, very tasty, much magic restored. Much danger, much tasty.
Quite. And by the way, this I recommend be very, very careful.
With
Nebu juice.
The nebu juice. You have 1 bottle of the stuff. The 1 bottle has 3 uses. Actually, hold on, let me write that down.
Oh, I thought you said 2 bottles.
Oh, did I say 2 bottles? Did I say 2 bottles? Oh my goodness. Wait.
Can someone confirm I'm not crazy?
Clearly, they said 3 bottles.
Okay, we'll go back in the recording later and
Sorry, I'm not helpful.
You're good.
Yeah.
And you said
Be very, very careful with this. 8d12 is no joke.
uh-huh. I
how
don't have that.
USF with that?
I'm gonna be honest. Rolling all 1s, that's 2 off my maximum. I'm not
I
drinking
have
this.
that spellcasters. I ain't got shit. I ain't got shit to do with that.
You say that.
I guess I could technically maybe use it to restore key points, but I'm gonna be you. I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like there's. I think it's more useful in one of your guys' hands. I won't lie.
Eh.
But yeah. So that's what you find.
Yeah.
I think he has a powder around here somewhere that you would also have that's similar to this, but not as
Nebu
dangerous.
powder?
No, it's from a seed.
Uh,
But yeah,
I'll just mark it down and we can find it later.
yeah. But yeah. So that's you. Uh, anyone else? Anyone else?
I'll go.
All right. You're next up. What are you looking for?
I am looking for anything that if you were to skim, you wouldn't think anything of it, but when you take a closer look, it clearly like it doesn't blend in upon like any closer inspection. I'm looking for something that stands out upon closer inspection.
Something that stands out. Okay, so there are loads of bottles here, loads of little bottles, loads of bottles in general, big, small, different sizes. Some glow, some don't. Some only glow when you shake them. Don't shake those too much. Then there's some of them that are powders. There are far less of the powders. Those are slightly more interesting.
Take a look at
Then
those. Hmm.
then you look closely and you see that of all the powders, only only one of them seems to be glowing, except it's glowing almost in reverse. Like
Huh?
rather than emitting light, it's almost as if like you can like it's almost like an optical illusion where you're reading it, like your eyes are reading it as glowing only because the ambient light in this room from the continual like almost like starlight torches that are around this golden kind of, when I say star I mean almost like sun star kind of light that's here.
Mm.
This right here is almost like absorbing the light, so it makes it like it's like I said, it's like an optical illusion. Your eyes are reading it as glowing only because whenever the light hits a certain place, it's almost as if it's absorbing the light into it and just black. This little
So what the
like
fuck
bit of
does this thing
black
say?
powder. Uh, let's open it up, friend. Da, 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 da. By the way, congratulations, you found. I'm pretty sure this is a drug.
Oh god damn it! Yeah, no, not actually.
Da, 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 da. Do. Ah, I see. This isn't here. I need to open my notes for this. Shit. Ba, 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 ba. This would be. By the way, could you roll me intelligence to see if you know what this is?
Sure.
I don't think you have anything to do with drugs, so I don't think you have, you know.
Anything to do with what? 'Cause I got a
I
5.
don't think you have anything with. I don't think you have anything to do with drugs, so I don't think you'd have any bonus to this.
I don't know, just Shanks.
No.
Don't do drugs, yo, bro. Don't, not even once. Okay, but Mishu.
Let's not talk about that with Mishu. That's not entirely. Listen,
So
I'm
you're
not.
saying there's a chance? You're saying
I'm saying there's a
that-
chance. I'm saying there's a chance with Mishu, but I'm not gonna go there at the moment.
I'm just saying we had a lot of rotating members of the Crimson Glory. You know, there's a possibility.
There's a possibility one of them might have been into something. Where is this? Hold on. Okay, wrong. This is the problem, ladies and gentlemen. This is the problem with having 3 different notebooks and your notes being spread amongst them.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, here
does
you
sound like a
go.
problem.
Ahem. Uh, you have something here called New Moon. It is a powder, and New moon can be this right here has to be turned into a powder. It's not usually a powder, rather. New moon is usually a liquid or gas. He found a way to basically crystallize the drug.
Oh, cool. Crystal new moon.
Yes, to basically crystallize the liquid and turn it into a fine powder. Normally, it is made
Do you use a
from
credit card?
the. Say what now?
Use a credit card.
No, it's usually it's usually a liquid. It can be in gas form, but it's usually a liquid. But it can. But he found a way to make it into a crystallized, like powdered form. Normally, it starts out as a powder from a much less like damning version, a not as potent rather version, and called moon sugar. Moon sugar is, well, technically a drug. It is not as potent or dangerous, and is actually not. I wouldn't go as far to say good for you, but think of it like it's similar to many like drugs that we have in our modern day that are
Weed.
just more like new moon is sorry not new moon. Moon sugar is a sweet almost like not energy supplement, but it's like put it this way, not new moon, blah 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 blah. Moon sugar would be safe to give to children. You know, moon
Okay.
sugar would be safe in small doses to give to children, would be safe for them to consume. It would even be something that could be helpful if they were like, weary and tired and, like a child.
Adderall.
In a way, yeah. However, like it's something that if you gave to them in small amounts, like they don't have the constitution to take on large adventures, stuff like that, long travel, you can give it to them. It's good. It wouldn't be bad, rather. Not it's good. It wouldn't be bad for them.
Okay.
Larger for adults, obviously you'd need more, but moon sugar is not usually dangerous unless you have like a massive amount. New moon, however, is far like in order to get normal new moon, you have to concentrate it to get the liquid. It is a process that is an that is can be done with um herbalist tools. He has taken that a step further with alchemist tools and taken the liquid form of moon sugar, turning it into new moon, and turned it into a back into a powder, a crystallized like powder. So when you say cocaine, you're not entirely wrong.
Uh-huh.
It's like this stuff would be dangerous. Just a little bit of it would be a little like, you'd be effective, but it's a little spooky.
Okay, so this is gonna be something like this is gonna be a thing of like, oh, you're gonna feel great for like 10 minutes. Afterwards, you're gonna feel like shit.
I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
New,
so keep it
new moon.
quickly on.
Yeah, like new moon is something like that is normally it basically is a something to bring you down, whereas normally moon sugar makes you, kind of brings you up. New moon brings you down, relaxes you. This crystallized form would basically do that but more.
Wait. Okay.
It's more likely to stop your heart if you take too much than to make you
Jesus.
basically go your heart goes so much that it's more like you would be too relaxed. Your muscle
So we have a
you might
poison.
not.
We have a poison. What you're telling me?
I mean, if you put it in high enough concentration and you had somebody ingest this, yes.
I assume in minor doses it might make someone more agreeable.
Yes, in minor doses there'll be like a pinch of this would basically like
Okay.
bring them down, relax them. Bigger doses, you can kill somebody with this.
All right. Well, that's certainly a thing I have.
Yep, you got some of the drugs. I told you
Keep
there
this
were
away
drugs
from
in there.
Leon is not allowed to touch this. If Tiki was here, I'd give it to Tiki.
Why?
Rev.
You don't need drugs.
Okay, counterpoint, I do.
And a
No.
counterpoint, you're relaxed enough.
Yeah, you are plenty relaxed, my guy.
Fair enough.
Like this shit could like I'm the only one with a fucking constitution like or a build rather that would be like good for this.
Yeah, no, it's a con save.
Yeah. I figured as much. Well, okay, so here I'm gonna put the bad choices in my bag.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all I get? 10 minutes, or do I get anything else?
No, that's what you get with your 10 minutes with a 5. Yeah, no, that's what you get.
Fair enough.
You get a small dish of new moon. Hold on. I actually do have size for how much of this you get.
How many
Oh
doses?
God. How many doses? Well, yeah. So you get a small dish that amounts to about half a pound.
Oh my god.
A small dish, yeah, that amounts to about half a pound of this stuff. We measure in fifths of a pound for a single dose.
It's gonna be like, yeah, most drugs are counted in grams.
Yeah, so yeah, this is in a fifth. Yeah, every fifth of a pound is a singular dose. So yeah. I'll let somebody else do the math on that, but you know.
Let's move on. We're already spending quite a
3.2
bit of time.
ounces.
But by the way, we will round down to the nearest dose. Yeah. Next up. Hey Leon, what's up? What you doing? What you looking for?
Yo. Well, I'm gonna. You know what would be real useful in the fight to come? Probably a potion of haste or something. So I'm gonna look for that, or something stronger.
Here. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, luckily for you, or I guess unlucky for me, we do happen to have things along that line in here. Let me just specifically grab. Roll me perception or investigation. Add a d6 because of your proficiency in alchemy. Dear God. Roll low. Roll low for the love of me. Roll low.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna use.
And not a
perception for this.
disadvantage this time.
Yeah, not a disadvantage. Just add normal. Still got a 3 though, so whatever.
He says as he attains a 16.
Yay.
It could have been better though.
It could have
really
been.
could have been.
It's a
Really
16.
could have been. Oh goodness, no. That's still good. That's not. That's not. It's not the highest thing on this list, but it's still good. Hey buddy. There is something here that you would like and would recognize.
Oh, yeah.
So it still takes your concentration, but you find some power juice.
Oh,
This is stuff that the Slayers Association uses. This is so that means that he probably was on the payroll of the association among whoever else he was working for. as a power juice. Let me just grab this. uh, I'm sad. Is haste in a bottle. For 1 minute or until your concentration ends.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. That's why I said, fuck, it's still good.
yeah, sure. Hey, Yui, catch.
Catch.
No. No. What have you done? What have you done? You're disturbing the natural order.
The moment I heard haste potion, I was just like, means I can heavy
Oh,
throat
no.
stand.
No, no.
Haste potion in an encounter where there's multiple enemies, and that's kind of the whole point.
Yep. I mean, it's either you or
Why?
Yoprai. Let's be real.
Why have you done this to me? Why have you done this to me? Well, yeah, anyway, go ahead with your RP. Fuck me.
What's this?
What is that?
Ah, it's from the Slayer Association. Oh, you want to take this, Yoprai? You know what it is.
I assume I do.
You do, you've seen it before.
Just holding it in his hand.
Yeah, Yui, Yoprai, the both of you look over at this.
Oh, I thought he tossed it to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
toss
tossed it to
Yui.
you.
You draw closer.
Yeah, Yui. Yeah. Yoprai, you see what Yui's holding in his hand?
Just I can take it or you can keep it. I don't care which.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, didn't realize that.
When he asked, you guys just said it's from the Slurs Association. It's like, you can keep it or I can take it. What is it?
Effectively, it's
He doesn't want to say because he wants it.
It's effectively it's how do I probably describe this? It's just it's a pick me up. It helps you operate at peak efficiency and beyond that for a moment of time, about a minute. You'll find yourself going faster, capable of more in shorter amounts of time, that kind of thing. It gives
But
you
if-
a
Italicized there.
But side effect for it, you need to focus on it. So if you lose your focus, yeah,
Nod.
basically concentration. You need to concentrate.
I see he's taking it.
Yep.
Fuck. Okay.
I'm gonna be real. This thing is. Oh.
That's what I wanted. Damn it.
You have enough
Yeah, it's
attacks.
fine. We can
Fuck
find
you.
something.
No, I didn't know that.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. You know what makes it so bad? There are 3 of them.
Yeah, there are 3 of them.
There are
Ah, good
3 of
news. I
them.
found more.
Oh, nice.
I want to be clear. All that was Dragon, not Yoprai. Yoprai.
Yeah, I know.
Like, yeah.
One for each of us then?
Oh,
Or I
Shoot me
can
now.
take
Shoot me
2.
now.
No.
Shoot me now.
Honestly,
I'll take you, asshole.
no.
Boy, you do.
Because against one enemy, that'll allow me to help. That'll help me to keep up with you.
What makes you any more deserving than me?
But,
You know what? Both of you take one, I take the next one, and I'll give it to whoever is in need.
okay.
All right. Again, this is Dragon. I want to be clear. And I'm making
I know it
bit.
sounds too petty to be Yoprai.
I'm so upset right now. Upset. So just to say this, since there's only 1 potion of haste in here, but he has 3 of these.
Pretty nice.
Goddamn.
I'm so upset. So anyway, that's another 10 minutes gone. As who has the highest passive perception?
Leon.
Do I need to roll?
You're reading a book, so we'll go off of your passive.
No, I'm saying do I need to roll for book.
The
You never had
Arcana?
me do it yet.
Oh, no, you should have rolled the Arcana already. Whoops.
Whoopsie daisy.
That one. I don't like that.
Yeah,
Add
but
one
don't
plus
you want to
13.
save your your fate points for later?
I really feel like you should save your fate points.
This would give you the one that you used earlier back. Or you could use it right now and make my life easier. If you were a pal about it,
It feels more right to Felix to do it. I'm doing it.
My God, man.
Not much better, but better.
Well, with a 17, because of
Getting the
14
low rolls out of the way.
Yep. With a 17, because of 14 wouldn't have done it. So, what you can tell from this so far is that this man was a hybrid, like a true hybrid of the normal, like, way people would train, like wizardry and like artificers, like alchemists. This man found a way to basically meld the two practices, and did so in such a way that you've never heard of someone mix these two practices to this level. You're almost positive he probably could have mixed something on the fly into a spell, tossed it at somebody, and it would have worked exactly like the normal spell. Cough, cough. He was a wizard with an alchemy subclass, and those are exceedingly rare. As in him and like a couple other people. You, as far as what else is in this book, you are still deciphering, but you are confident that that is what's going on with him. That is what he was.
He'll look to Yugen and tell him that he'd like to hold on to this book, but he'll point out the all-purpose tool on the desk.
Could come in handy later. Thanks. And I don't have any problem with
Do
it.
you know any artificers that's almost indispensable for them?
Looks the others. You guys have any issues with him taking that book?
Nah.
So, you're good to take it. And Sebi, what
Yeah.
you were saying before
Awesome.
What?
Yep, with the passive perception. Now he said awesome. I was saying with who has the highest passive perception. I was just wondering people's passives.
Leon's is 18.
18? Okay, so you get it. I'm more looking at Felix. I'm gonna be real. Hey Felix, what's your passive?
Passive 18.
18?
Yeah, same seas.
Okay.
You said who
And I
has the
think,
highest. Sorry, I
Yeah,
didn't
who has
figure
the
it.
highest? Okay, so Leon, Felix, the both of you hear creaking of floorboards.
We have a visitor.
Yep.
Hopefully it's Lux.
I'll go say hi. Leon starts climbing up.
Yeah, Lux will follow.
All right. And as we head up into the store proper.
Until there's confirmation it's Lux, I'm going to suggest that Yoparai and I stay down here. In case it's guards.
Yeah, probably best.
Rather, more likely stay, like, on the ladder. Or, like, behind the front desk.
You should probably be at the front then. Like it's like
Okay.
If we're gonna be staying by the ladder, you should have first access up.
Yeah, you're the fastest. Got it.
Mhm.
And walking up into the dimly lit room, the lights seem to flicker, and almost as if they are struggling to stay lit.
Mm.
Has this man stood there, and Felix, you have gained a little bit more control over your eyes since then. So I'm going to have you roll a charisma save with advantage. To not see them.
Seeing them a bad thing?
Yeah, you have to roll against being frightened.
I'll roll it to continue the control, though.
You can be frightened by that thing. Is the bit there? If you were
13.
thinking about
Shit,
the
why does he
feature, yeah.
disadvantage?
No, he said advantage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said advantage.
This isn't for the fear. It's to try not to
Yeah,
activate the eyes.
Yeah, this is to try not to activate the eyes. Fortunately, you do activate the eye. Do you remember what it looks like, or would you like a refresher? I will only be sending it to you.
I remember what it looks like.
Okay. So filling the room behind him, you see this creature as it is taller than this building. And its presence is oppressive. I need you to roll me a wisdom save against being frightened.
Just checking. Wisdom save. Not my highest save.
Mm-hmm.
But a decent roll with a 16.
Right. Just have to check there. Bow. Night Walker.
I will also ask, though, you said that they technically count as undead, correct?
As I've mentioned before, they are close. They are closer to an elemental. They do have undead because there are certain things that work on undead that should and would work on it.
And I
However,
will point out that just to check that I cannot be frightened by undead creatures.
yes, I am aware. That's why I reinforced knowing that item, that it's like this is an exception. This creature is an exception. It is not. It does not quite fall into that category for all of those things.
Okay.
It's apologies, just checking. It's save DC. Because if I remember correctly, it was decent, but a 16 might just pass. And funny enough, I didn't, I forgot that it, it had this effect, so I did not have it open. I was going to open it later when I needed, to roll for it. Doopy-doop-bow. And yep. Okay. So, phew, dear God. That is a. You do not fail by 5 or more. You are not frightened of it. But you cannot move closer to them this turn. As you see them, and immediately there's this like gut reaction, even though you know that it's not going to hurt you at the moment, of something of this strength, the size, the strength of it, just being mere feet from you. And it just locks you up for a moment. Anywho, though, as Luxabulon walks in, Leon, I believe you're the first one to greet him.
Yeah. Hey, Lux, how you doing? What can I get you for you today? Just behind the counter.
At that point,
As
we will
a bird, a seabird, is what you send me when you weren't supposed to be in this city. What are you thinking? And what if he knows that you're here? Why are you back so soon?
We had to unite some family members.
He walks up. The reason we're back so soon is we know he's going
I did not hear part of that. I'm sorry.
Sorry, just heart's beating a little fast. Just after the bit of like, why are you back so soon, and then after what Leon says, it's just we know he'll know. We plan on taking care of this issue.
You cannot kill him. None of you can. Not as you are.
No, we can't.
Not
But-
permanently, at least.
But we can drive him out. After what goes down here, he won't ever be able to step foot in this city under his current identity again. His estate will be seized, investigated.
those victims. Now it's memory.
Sorry,
What
what'd you
will
say?
become of her? His victims. Like memory, what will become of her? And I will die soon. Maybe a year.
Don't
Loki will be let
sort of
loose.
bad here.
Go ahead, Felix.
Because if one way we can deal with things is I now have the ways to send him, and he looks up to the looming figure, back.
Let's. Okay.
I can have some friends sent up if you disagree. Take care of things closer to time. Most likely move you out of town and deal with the problem. But
Ignic looks worried.
Felix waits as he coughs. If you want to strike a blow at your father, I could take care of it in the next few days, tonight, today, if you wanted. As long as the big guy's willing to cooperate.
You cannot see the face of the Nightwalker as it is obfuscated by its size and the fact that it is through the ceiling.
Mhm.
Looking up, you can almost get a glimmer of what its face might look like, but you know how it looks. So you know that that's not exactly easy to see at your current height. But Lux just looks at you and sees Yopra in the back, Leon behind the counter, Yukine coming from behind, and Felix standing in front of.
He sees a human, no Leon.
He knows it's Leon. He actually recognizes it as Leon. He responds to him as Leon. That's odd. Just to let you
That's
know.
very cool. You can banish him.
Well, out
Yes.
of the city, we obtain the means to do so. And he learned them.
There's quite a story behind that, but let's not get into it.
I'm sure.
One of the few in the area with the mastery of the arcane arts that could manage such a banishment, and my thoughts on that only more assured, since I do not believe the Nightwalker would wish to stay here, and if I can give him a way back home, I think they will help.
Its red eyes, rosy, almost like a pinkish red. They glow, Felix, as they bore into you. You are being appraised by a being older than probably most people you know combined. No response, but Lux will just... And you think, doing this so soon to his threat, that he won't make good on it? He won't turn memory against you all and make you all the source. He wishes to get rid of her. A failed experiment too useful to kill. But useful enough to take care of you.
If he's too preoccupied with the fact that there's a Nightwalker on his doorstep, he won't really have time to order her to fight us. Especially if we're dealing with the threat.
That's also part
God
of
forbid the
why.
heroes are heroing.
That's also part of why
That's one at a time.
we need to do this. Because he's looking to get rid of her. And you're on a time limit. Who's to say the next thing that annoys him, he won't just send her? If she dies, she dies.
You
He had
all
so
did more than
much.
annoy him. You ruined his plans twofold.
And currently, regardless of his coming into the city or not, the other plans that he's involved in are falling apart as we speak. His patron, as it were, is falling apart as we speak. He'll look to Felix, basically prompt, like, tell him what you want.
He is but another one of the pieces in the game of a vampire, aiming for higher power.
Felix thinking. Look up to the others to gauge their reactions to the words.
Extremely
Leon,
neutral.
Yopra. Extremely neutral. Okay. Yopra. Yopra.
Sorry, I did not realize I was muted. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yopar is a bit harder to read. He's like, it's clear he's kind of just turning it over in his head right now.
Do you know what you're responding to?
Yeah, I believe so.
He just looks back to you, Felix, to continue speaking.
We've already taken down many of the pieces in their arsenal in an attempt to move things along in a favorable manner and hopefully better this continent.
And he is working for them? Or is he using them?
I'm fairly certain he thinks he's using them. But the vampire knows what they're doing.
There's always a bigger fish, isn't there?
Felix.
But
unintentional glance up.
To put it in context that most people on this continent would understand. The individual he thinks he's using is a close acquaintance of Carmilla.
He is a learned individual. I'm going to roll for him to see if he
Yeah.
gets that.
Roll vampire lore.
He would use the title he heard. Was it like Bloody Queen? Queen of Blood? I don't remember it,
Give me a
which is
second.
why I'm having a hard time.
Grabbing my book. The Bloody Countess.
Okay, the Bloody Countess. Yeah, they would call her the
That does
Bloody
not give him
Countess of Carmilla.
advantage. But that a 9 unfortunately does not get it, as so a powerful vampire, a countess. So they are high ranking.
Not high ranking themselves, but they have connections
That's me.
beyond some status might. And they have
Do you know of any of the
plans.
vampire courts in the area?
Felix?
Do you know of any of the vampire courts in the area?
He pauses for a moment, but realizing the people he's talking to, you can tell that there's a moment of hesitation, or like, you know, him even showing this moment of hesitation is a show of trust rather than the immediate no, but there's like an instinctual kind of like response that he fights back. And just for the passive insights of everybody here, you can tell that he does seemingly trust you all. This is just a moment of breaking away from the usual reaction.
It's also a very big thing that we're telling him, so it makes sense for him to be wary either way.
Yeah.
I know of the one in our region, the Crimson Court. Crimson.
The Crimson Garden.
I see. They.
She wishes to claim them for her own.
His eyes widen, and in the dim light of the room, it's hard to make out, but those of you with dark vision see that rather than the red of like veins pulling to his eyes, like veins, almost like, you know, like the veins in your eyes, they are instead black. He is shocked by this and left speechless before brought on by an immediate Madness are you telling me?
Repeat that.
What madness are you telling me?
That your father's working in close accordance with a vampire. He wishes to do some very bad things to this area.
And that a woman like that isn't being used. She's been here since the start, since Dalmasca was established. accomplished. Just the same. It's your father.
Dear gods. They're equals. He's shocked, almost broken by these words.
Yeah, who wouldn't be?
Currently, there's a plan in motion to piece by piece disassemble this tower she's built, this castle. And he's the last one that we need to worry about before the rest will be taken care of by others.
Felix. Moment. Felix, rather than see, you feel the eyes move off of you as you are suddenly warmer without its eyes staring at you. As a chill that you did not realize set upon you. The rest of them are now being looked at by the Night Walker. They cannot see it, but it can see them, and once again, similar to you, a chill falls over them that they don't yet realize. Leon, you're fine. You're resistant to cold. Anyway. Sorry, I had to break the mood just to say that. I was like, "You're fine, Leon," as per usual. Anyway.
A light breeze.
But yes, Leon, not Leon.
Yes.
You were going to say.
Yep.
Okay.
Leon, I believe all of you can speak. I was just more,
Mm-hmm. Last
I
thing
just have
is...
one-liners in mind. I don't have an actual substance.
Oh.
Hey, funnies are good.
That's your strength, man. But the last thing I said was that is like this castle is being taken apart piece by piece, and he's the final piece. Yeah. That we need to take out. Okay. Or others finish the rest. Okay. Okay, we'll go.
Others?
No, this is not
As he cuts you off. What do you mean others? As he does cut you off there. You're leaving this up to someone else after you do so much against two people. So powerful.
Loves the reason.
No. No, don't try to pander to me. You risk my sister. My brother is a monster that needs to be put down, and you can't give me the satisfaction of knowing he will be put down, that she would be safe. You say that you can run him from this city, and I'm tempted to listen to that. I'm tempted to be swayed by words I can't even make sure of on my own, because I will be long dead in order for this plan to come through. You tell me of a person who is of equal power to a lich, my father, the man who took me, wiped my memories from what they were, made me what I am, the vessel for being from beyond this world. And you can't even send me to my death with the satisfaction of knowing people I trust will handle this problem themselves. Are you so cruel?
That is
Just-
because death of the problem.
Oh,
that we
don't
can-
you speak for them? Don't you speak for them? Because you have said, even last time we met, that you came looking for them. What makes them so special? All of you in about a month's time have done so much. Have come back here with an idea that is suicide. And yet, I see fire lit in your eyes. And you're gonna tell me
I will refute.
you're gonna tell
This is not being handled by others as if we're tossing this off just for someone else to deal with. The reason that I say that, because we have found people we can trust, people with the power and the authority to finish this off. Or the reason that I want to do this is to protect the good people here, including your sister. You met her only once, twice maybe. She was a ray of light in the darkness of that castle. I do not do this wanting only. I do not do this for myself.
you do not deny me for yourself. How comforting. You do not deny me out of comfort. I'm so warmed by the thought that this breaks your heart. And what of me? I will not be here. I will be gone and dead, and I have no assurance that the people I've come to trust, that I've seen do suicidal things like incite this man's rage, will handle this. He looks to Yoparai in the back, then to Leon. I sense not the shadow of one of you, but there are three. And this man
Oh.
of great power coming to all of you, willing to help you and then vouch for you. And all of you have come to do such great things. And then look me in my face and deny me this, but ask me to die for your cause. And not even giving me the satisfaction of knowing you will see it through, that you will be the one to finish this.
And that is because the final nail in a place that would be actual suicide, unless you want them to march the estate themselves. Crimson Gardens home base.
As far
They've already
as-
marched right into my home, right into the den of a beast they didn't know, for somebody they loved. Am I wrong, Yukine? Did you not delve into the bells for somebody you loved?
And it is for that reason that I will give you my word. As a warden, your sister will be safe. Loki will be taken care of. whatever form that takes. And your
Moving
father will
forward.
be driven from this city.
By who?
By you. With us at your backs.
He will be driven from here, and Loki may be killed. But what's to stop him? What's to stop this court from taking control of this place? He, while a tyrant from the shadows, he maintains a control here that I hate, but he keeps it safe. And you're telling me some crazy vampire lunatic wishes to take over an entire coven of other powerful vampires.
Lux, you seem to have misunderstood something. She already controls this city. She already controls this area.
No, not this city, she doesn't. I know that he has control over it. Anything that happens here, he has sanctioned. His bloodless signature is on every dirty deed not done by the vampire in that singular place. And he knows that they're there, but does not fight them, for it would cause havoc.
Was the music that just cut out, or was it everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Music.
You've heard of the vampire over there. What do you know of their force?
I do not know of their specifics, but I know of his.
Just a quick question before we continue. Bebe,
Mm-hmm.
was there any reaction from him at the announcement of being a warden? Or, from Felix's perspective, from the Nightwalker?
The Nightwalker responded. He did not. The Nightwalker turned its gaze to you slowly. Felix could have basically felt the gaze zero in on you, similar to how it did on him. There was no reaction per se, other than that. Knowledge is likely what is happening there.
Okay, I
It
thought
being
because he
old
was
enough to know
closer than
what
an
you are.
elemental. Is that because they were closer to an
Yes.
elemental, it might have some effect?
Yes, though they are not affected in that way. If you were speaking to the Nightwalker, you may have what's it called, advantage, not to Lux.
Hmm. Okay. Go ahead and continue, Felix.
Lost a bit of where I was, though.
Sorry.
That's not her full force. What he knows of is but a fraction of it.
So they both boast and underestimate one another. That is the way of the powerful. I don't care what their forces are. I need someone I can trust to see this through to the end. I need them to make sure that this plan, whatever it is, will ensure the safety of Dalmasca.
He glances back to the lot of you.
Yukine closed his eyes for a moment. If anyone else has something to say, now is the time to speak up.
He has looked to Yoparai, he has looked to Leon, and he has looked to Yukine when he has said this, as he has come to trust all of you and your capabilities.
Yeah.
And he is basically being told that you all will not see this through to the end.
Alright.
Someone else would.
I don't know if I can offer him any more reinsurance than what's already been said. Especially not having you bright.
Allow me to bring up with how, with what's happened recently.
Mm.
Your pride, your honor.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Fuck it.
And it's
That's kind of in shambles right now. That's the problem. I guess it depends on how. Yeah, I can interpret that one of two ways of trying to reinforce it, or it's again in
or
shambles.
push against it. Exactly. Just wanted to put that in perspective for you. And Leon.
Yeah, call me if you want to go first.
This is a matter of family.
Yeah, I know.
I have something else to say, but I wanted to make sure to step back for a moment for everyone else, because I've talked a lot.
That's fair.
Thank you for that.
But yeah, Leon, you can go first. I'm thinking about how your person respond.
Yeah. Okay. Leon, not looking so casually and more so have a more serious look on his face. Lux, I swear by my name as Leon Belmont that I will see this to the end.
Oh, shit!
Felix mutters, that's the one time I'll accept you using that for a while.
It was a good one. Forever it's worth.
You will not leave this earth with regret.
She looks to Yoparai.
I swear to you as Yoprai, my capability behind that I will give everything I can to following through with this.
Thank you. That does fill me with joy. Part of me would make a joke that you didn't say your family name.
Right now, I'm not ready to swear for it, but I can swear for myself.
Your cousin, I think. I don't think he would know. I think you'd say your sister. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
Your sister. They have a similar fire about them. They were
She's-
very nice.
Yeah. She is better with people than I am, but she's just as strong as me.
Lux has a smile on their face at this point.
Yukine still has
Just
his eyes closed.
as he just looks to you, Yukine, and he has this smile just lets him. It's that of a content, kind of, almost that of relief.
Yukine will open his eyes and in his eyes, Lux will see the eyes of a haunted one. As he will say, "Swear your family." Obviously referring to memory. Be safe. And your city will be saved. Free from the clutches of vampires and witches. I will see this through to the end.
He just lifts his head up. And then I can die. I, I can die knowing that at the very least. Those that I trust will handle this. I can die knowing that they will be safe. And I'm sorry, Loki. But one day, be it today, or someday in the future, that you will have to die. As he looks back to all of you, you can tell that he's while it looks as if he is crying with a smile on his face, the tears are hard to come as his body is so weak, kept alive by the very nature of the experiments done to him. And Felix, the Nightwalker, speaks.
Oh.
Oh shit.
I know. I know.
It only ever whispered to him before in front of you.
As it speaks, the candles, the lanterns, all but turn out as this room is in not complete darkness, as you have light from the day outside pouring in. It's a grayish light as it reflects off of all of the stone coming in. As Felix, you and Lux hear it speak. Everybody else, not. And for better or worse, you know.
I'm good. I'm gonna
Felix,
stick with
you
better.
hear- Felix. I have to get a different sitting position for this one. So it would seem you have convinced my vessel, Lux, You trust them even though they cannot give you the assurance you seek. They are weak. But all these years, I have seen you, and you have had a way of assessing people and using my power to sense their shadows and delve and sleuth what information you could from them. If you believe that they will do this, then good. I can believe that much for you. That will have nothing to do with me, regardless. But by earning their trust, I will. By them earning your trust, I will give my aid. As it looks to you, Felix. Mage, hear me. You and I will work closely. How confident are you in your abilities? Speak the truth. Do not make yourself to be more than you are.
I have absolute confidence in my ability. If there's anyone who can help you make it through that barrier, it's me. The only thing I'll need is these guys watching my back against anything else that comes through while we're getting you beyond.
Who are you talking to?
The Nightwalker.
Ah, okay.
Then as a smile is in its voice. Good. I will do as you ask. We will work together as equals, you and I.
We will. He looks deluxe for a moment, then back up towards where he knows the Nightwalker is vaguely because he can feel its stare. To sell the point that this isn't entirely planned, we will give you a few moments before we show up. Feel free to get some payback towards the man who did this to you. A little bit of chaos is fine.
The light that's pouring from outside, guys, stops. As Felix, you feel a malevolent grin. It grows deeper. You feel it extend. You see some of it, that extension. It's almost joy. Lux, it would seem your death will come soon. Do not forget to say goodbye. And I ask, do you wish to be destroyed? Or do you wish to come with me and see the darkness of the abyss yourself? The void of the constellations and its glimmering stars. The worlds of water and the voids that lurk in their bowels. The earth in its deepest parts. The glimmering stars of fire within the elemental constellations. We will be far from this world, and you will never return. As it is, I see your soul burning up in this process, although I cannot be sure. You can take that gamble, or you can come with me. You will never live the life of a spirit, of a human again. Lux, taken aback by this, and you can tell that the coughing was often caused by him fighting to hold on to life. As of right now, he seems better than he ever was. He's not hanging on as tightly to life as he once was. As he almost seems to relax now that he no longer has to hold on to the life force that's being ripped from him by this being within. I don't know. I can't really say. I suppose I don't have a lot of time to think about it, though. Lux looks to you, Felix. When will we be sending him back?
Preferably while there's still daylight out, in case your brother decides to join the fray.
Today, then?
It would likely be preferred since we are wanted here, though. If you'd like the extra day, we can attempt to hide out.
As he looks to the others, still looking in all of your directions, only those with dark vision can see Lux. And, yeah. He looks in all of your directions to basically in question of when will this plan be taking place? Today or tomorrow at dawn?
Would be best. The ideal is this goes down before he knows we're here. That way he doesn't get a chance to mess with memory.
If this was to happen, the best times would be dawn or noon. And noon is not far off. So, if you're not ready to do this in about an hour and a half, which means we would be leaving right now, then our next opportunity will be dawn.
He looks to the others. He looks back to the others.
It is dark and getting darker, guys. You can, in the darkness, you begin to hear whispering winds like that of something beyond this world.
I am in agreement with you, Kina.
Leon?
Noon today, in about an hour and a half, will you leave now, or dawn of the next day?
I say as soon as possible because, yeah.
We'll need to come back to this place after. But
Yep.
you and I will actually say out loud, we'll need to come to this place after, because we can't shovel all of the potions down there into our bags fast enough. But now is the best time. He doesn't know we're coming, so he can't send her after us. Anything? Looks to Felix. Oh, well, actually, looks to everyone. Anything any of you can do to make that process faster?
Oh.
Not
Meta,
will come back.
Sebi is going to just ask you one last time, everybody in the meta. Are you sure? Doing this now, doing this today means there won't be any time to rest. You will be leaving right now with no time for anything to do. You'll be going now. If you're gonna make it to his castle in time and get through, you'll need to go now.
Yeah, I say do it now, because your price still not going to be changing his weapon, so I have no other reason to wait.
Okay.
Right now.
Since you're giving us
the
this,
armor somewhere here.
yeah, since you're giving us this warning in the meta, I want to ask this question in the meta. Is there any chance we'll be able to come back and get our loot, since this has been, like, after the fact?
You'll need to move. You'll need to move quickly because, once again, the longer you're here, the longer you're here after you handle this, because like once this gets handled, you're gonna be swept up by a wave of the higher ups, like the head of the guards, all of them, perhaps even some of the nobles here from the houses that run the city to try to ask you questions. You might get swept up into those questions. It's very likely, and you'll need to answer at least something, or you'll have
Yes.
to hide and ditch.
Okay. So, we will be able to come back, but we'll have to keep it quick, probably.
Yeah.
You would basically, you wouldn't have all of the time to basically get the potions down there. You'll basically be swept up in a wave of having to get all the questions and stuff like that. And the longer you're here, it'll be a situation of once you do this, your names, like after what you did yesterday, or rather, yeah, yes, fuck. After what all you did in Senna's castle, what you're doing here effectively marks you to be a highest priority. You are at that point on the shit list of somebody who, as Lux believes and said, these two must be equals. which does correspond with the information that some of you have gained, that these two are on equal level. So her and a lich are on equal footing. So that is, you basically mark yourself to be on the biggest, on like a pretty big shit list. Not the biggest, but a pretty big shit list. Meaning,
Okay. So
it's a
Been there, done that, got the
So
t-shirt.
if we were to, just to check this.
Yeah.
If we were to take, like, summon all our summons, like Arya, all the pixies that are available, like Jinx, all of them, and we are working to just shovel things into our bags. How long would that take?
all of the pixies would count for one rotation. Jinx would count for one rotation. All of you would count for each of you. Well, sorry, not all of you. Each of you would count for one rotation. It would still take you more time than you have to do it right
I know
now.
not right
If you came back, I'm unsure. It'd probably be a couple hours, if less. Maybe more, maybe less. Probably no more than 3 hours.
Okay. In that case, I really don't want to lose these potions, because this has been so long coming, but I don't want to lose memory either. So,
Yeah.
let's
You'll only
do it
send
now.
memory if there's daylight out. Otherwise, Loki is going to be the one that comes after you, because it's a new moon and he gets stronger the darker it is.
What time is it currently?
Currently, it would be Jesus Christ.
Oh, but she would be sent out before. She would be sent out before, like, while
Hold
it's still
on.
light out.
No, I need to actually check. Can you guys even make it there in time? I think Lux might be wrong, because it's 10 o'clock. It was 10 o'clock when you did all the stuff with Bloodcaller getting here. It's been
Like
no
half hours.
no, it's been a half hour. It's been a half hour
And then
since.
there's this talk, which this talk has been pretty. 15 minutes.
15, 20 minutes. So in order to get to his castle, it'll take an hour and a half to get to his castle and get in there.
We wouldn't make it in time.
You'd be in the hour. You'd be within the 12 o'clock hour. Right? Yeah. 1 hour would be 11. Half an hour.
Yeah, we'd be at 12:20. Wait, no. 12:40. Ooh. We'd be just cresting
That's
the
11. Oh boy, it'd be tough. You guys would have to go now, like no waiting, and you'd have to go.
All right.
No.
So, guys, if we're gonna hide from Loki for the night, I have a spell that can do that. That can help us do that, rather. I have the fabled Pass Without Trace.
Cross your fingers and hope it works.
Yep. And we could do this at dawn. Yeah, we could do this at dawn and get all the stuff here, and we would be in a better position. But at that point, memory would have already been. No, memory would have already been influenced.
No. So here's the thing. Memory's only influence if he sends her after you. He has no reason to send her after you if daylight, if it's nighttime.
I guess that comes down to what time it is. Said it's like 11.
So it's 10:30 right now. I'm gonna say.
10:45.
So
okay, 10:30.
We're just gonna say 10:30 right now. I said this to 2 people, and I'm gonna break it down for you guys. Here's the skinny on this. He will know he will know that you guys are here in the next 6 hours, 30 minutes. Well, sorry, between the next 6 hours and 30 minutes and the next 14 hours and 30 minutes. Basically, next 6 hours and next 6 hours and the next 14 hours. Somewhere between that. In the next 14 hours, there's no way he doesn't know you're here. In the next 6 hours, that's when there's a chance he knows.
Which there's a... So by the time dawn will come, he will know that we're here.
He will know. Definitively. You can still fuck him up with this, because this will be a massive blow, regardless whether he knows the punch is coming. Hell, you can know a punch is coming. Doesn't make it hurt
He's
any
not gonna know
less.
what type of punch, yeah. The main thing I'm worried about is if memory will be okay about it.
He will only send memory if there is light out. If it is dark out, he has no reason to send her. It's more useful to send Loki. You all like. So this is your gamble.
Okay. So, show of hands, and Felix, I'd like you to vote on this too. And by show of hands, I mean show of voice. Who wants to go right now?
I.
Who wants to wait? Who wants to go to dawn?
Who wants to wait till dawn? Felix, Kome?
I forgot. Is now Loki and later memory, or
basically if we go at dawn, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to hide from Loki throughout the night.
At full, or as close as we've ever seen him to full power.
It is a new moon, so it is as dark as it could be.
It is as dark as it could be. The only way it could be any darker is if it was fucking cloudy.
But if we're able to hide from him, we don't have to worry about that a ton. This means we'd be able to prepare, take a long rest, and then... This means we'd be able to prepare, take a long rest, and then we'd be able to go to them at dawn. There is the chance, however, that during this time, memory is sent after us. Because there are, so it would be around 5 p.m., that is the minimum time.
Is the minimum time.
And sunset is at
8 p.m.
Yeah. Sunset
now is the best bet.
Okay. What do you think, Kome?
Me.
Felix, you were saying?
If we do wait and he finds out and Loki's on the hunt, there's no stopping him from just switching who's the hunter at dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you're at his doorstep at dawn, which God you should be, that kind of does, you know.
So speaking meta-ly,
Speaking the meta.
I'm gonna be real. I do not want that smoke with them, and so I'm like head out now because like right now Yoprai, and like, I'm just saying this from Yoprai as well, is like Yoprai is the best. Like physically, he is fine. He is the best he can be. So I'm just like go now because keep in mind I have my Kanabo equipped. I am not the best possible way I could be to fight Loki and potentially more bullshit. That's why I'm just like head out now while we're in a decent situation with more items, because I can pass out like the healing potions and stuff like if we need to. And I honestly just I'm like head out now. I just do not at this moment want the smoke with Loki and possibly Memory.
Okay. In that case, it's decided.
What
We're
if?
heading out now.
What if we get him to send out Memory, we somehow get her to not want to fucking kill us? Somehow?
Not possible. He's a
Well, fuck.
17th level enchantment wizard. I don't. He's a lich that specializes in enchantment. I don't think we're breaking that with the power of friendship or being good people.
Yeah, no, this is a Stebby campaign. This is.
Hey, so
I mean-
funny enough, it's more likely because it's a Sebi campaign, but I don't want to bet
That's
on it.
Yeah, I'm not. I ain't gonna gamble. Like, look, guys. I understand. I want to meet my mom, but I don't want to use my gadget this early.
Here's the thing. So this is a bit morbid. So Leon has Revivify.
No,
Because that wouldn't work.
I'm sorry, but no. We also don't know if she's
Okay.
even counted as humanoid anymore. She could be undead.
Yeah,
Also,
true.
that would let whatever's that might let whatever's
her.
in
In her,
free
yeah.
too.
Also true, yeah.
I appreciate the creativity, but unfortunately, that's not
God
currently
damn,
viable.
that was a bit morbid, but at the same time, I mean, way to put a winning strategy. That's one hell of a winning strategy. That would be. I did not think that you would go for that. If you wanna just say, you caught me off guard with that.
Okay. In that case, let's go now.
Yeah, go now.
Yeah. Sorry, call me.
That's fine.
I just had to be. I wanted to give you all that chance because
I
you know how
appreciate it.
crazy this is.
Being able to discuss it a bit helps.
Yeah, I do not want that smoke right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As all of the lanterns just come back to full brightness, which they feel brighter now than they did before, only because they were so dim. The light outside comes back through once again. Even though it has that gray light, it almost feels white because of how dark it was getting. It almost got. It almost felt like the only light was around people, as if it was closing in. But now the area is filled with this bright light. As Lux just looks to you all. Let's not waste any time. Let's go.
Nod.
As he just goes through, tearing the sign that was there on his way out, and just begins walking with haste, as running might be too strenuous for him at the moment. But that being said, you all rush, for lack of any better word, to the castle. Pass out whatever items you need to pass out, have whatever conversations you need to have, plan whatever you need to plan, as we need to take a small break.
All right.
Prepare yourselves,
We're gonna
everybody.
try to do this today.
We're gonna take a break.
It is.
Pausing recording.
We're gonna take
It's
a
a
break.
minimum